Hello everyone. Welcome back to another English learning story. This video will help you improve your speaking and listening skills through the shadowing technique. Today's story is perfect for the holiday season. It's about a young man, a snowstorm, a missing train, and a Christmas miracle he never expected. I will tell the story sentence by sentence. Pause the video after each sentence. Repeat after me. Are you ready? Let's begin. My name is Evan Brooks, and this is the story of the Christmas Eve I will never forget. It happened 3 years ago. I was living in New York City at the time, but every Christmas I traveled home to Denver to see my family. That year, work was stressful. I stayed late at the office. I missed 2 earlier trains, and the weather report said a massive snowstorm was coming. Still, I told myself, it's Christmas. I'll make it home. I have to. When I arrived at Penn Station, the board was filled with red warnings. Delayed, canceled, weather alert. I ran to the counter. Please tell me the train to Denver is still running. The woman sighed. It's delayed. Maybe for hours. Maybe all night. I swallowed hard. I promised my mom I'd be home for Christmas dinner. I promised my little brother I would bring his gift. I promised myself that nothing would stop me this year. So I waited and waited and waited. While I sat there, people rushed around the station. Kids cried, travelers complained, workers shouted instructions. Then I noticed someone sitting a few chairs away, an older man with a red scarf. His hands were shaking from the cold, but his eyes were calm, warm, almost familiar. He looked at me and smiled. Waiting for the Christmas train? Yes, I said, trying to get home. He nodded slowly. Home is the best place to be tonight. Something in his voice felt comforting, like he knew something I didn't. We talked for nearly an hour about life, about family, about the Christmas traditions we missed. His smile never faded. His voice stayed peaceful. He seemed like someone who had waited many times before. Then, suddenly, he stood up and said, "Evan, your train is coming soon." I froze. I never told him my name. Before I could ask how he knew, he disappeared into the crowd. Minutes later, an announcement echoed through the station. "Attention passengers, a special train to Denver is now boarding on track 19. People around me looked confused. There isn't supposed to be a track 19 tonight. It's closed during storms, another man whispered. But I felt something in my chest. Something telling me this was the train I needed. I grabbed my bag and followed the voice. Track 19 looked different. Old, quiet, covered in fresh snow, as if untouched by the chaos around us. The train waiting there was beautiful. Silver, vintage, lights glowing like warm candles. A conductor in an old-fashioned uniform nodded at me. "Merry Christmas, sir. Ticket, please?" I handed him mine. He smiled. "You are right on time." I stepped aboard. Inside, the train was warm, cozy, glowing with soft yellow lights. People were laughing, singing softly, drinking hot cocoa. It felt like stepping back in time, like Christmas from 50 years ago. I found a seat. Outside, snow fell heavily. Inside, everything felt magical. Then I saw him, the old man with the red scarf, sitting alone, smiling at me. I walked toward him, but before I reached him, the train suddenly jolted and the lights flickered. The conductor rushed down the aisle. "Everyone, stay calm. A snowdrift is blocking the track." The train shook violently. People panicked. Children cried. The old man with the red scarf stood up slowly. He placed his hand on my shoulder. "Come with me, Evan." Again, he knew my name. He led me to the back of the train. There was a narrow door. Behind it, a dim service exit that opened to the snowy forest. "Why are we here? What are you doing?" He looked me in the eyes. "Your family needs you. You must keep moving. Walk towards the light." "What light?" I asked. He pointed through the snow. I could barely see anything, only white wind and darkness. But then, a faint glow, like a lantern in the distance. "Go," he whispered. "What about you?" He smiled kindly. "I've already made my journey." Before I could speak again, a gust of wind blew snow into my face. I covered my eyes. When I looked back, he was gone. Completely gone. I stepped into the storm. Wind pushed against me like a wall. Snow stung my face, but I kept walking. The glow grew brighter, warmer, closer. Finally, I reached a clearing, and there, standing on the tracks, was a modern train. My train. The real one. The one that had been delayed all night. A worker shouted, "Hey, where did you come from? We're about to leave." People inside looked exhausted from waiting. No one was singing. No one had cocoa. No warm lights. This was a normal train, a real train, a possible train. I boarded quickly, sat down, and stared out the window in shock. Behind us, track 19 was gone, completely gone. Only snow remained. And in the distance, a faint red scarf drifting in the wind and then disappearing into the night. I arrived home in Denver just after sunrise. My mom cried when she saw me. My little brother hugged me so tightly I couldn't breathe. We opened presents, ate breakfast, laughed, celebrated. But I couldn't stop thinking about the old man. How he knew my name. How he guided me out of the storm. How he appeared and vanished. Some people say he was a ghost. Some people say he was an angel. Some people say he was just a kind stranger. But I believe he was something more. A Christmas miracle sent to guide me home. And every Christmas Eve since then, I look for the man with the red scarf, just to say thank you. If this Christmas story touched your heart, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Do you believe in Christmas miracles? Your support helps me create more cinematic English learning stories for you. See you in the next lesson, my friend.